Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another video. I was supposed to get up a different video, but that didn't work out, so I'm here just filming something last minute, and I thought I would do a eyeshadow, my go-to eyeshadow look. I'm using this little 4 eyeshadow thing that I put together. This is Realgar. This is orange soda, this is Sienna, and then this is pink champagne. And this is literally my absolute favorite eyeshadows ever. I feel like they never do me wrong. They always look really good on me, and no matter if I want something like really nice and like I'm going out, or if I just want something very casual for every day, or if I just want my eyes to pop, like these 4 eyeshadows always just complement my eyes really well. I've already done my face completely. I've already prepped my eyelids, so I just do concealer and then set it. I am just gonna bake a little bit under the eye area to make sure that I don't have any fallout, or like if I do have fallout, like it just catches it all. So we're just gonna go up like that. And we're gonna try to make sure we don't get it all over our hairs, just like that. So same thing on the other side. This is the Morphe sponge. I love it for like cutting under the cheeks and for cutting eyeshadow. I just feel like it works absolutely perfectly. And the good thing about doing this is it also kind of gives you some guidance on where to put your eyeshadow and not just go like all over the place. I personally, if I can speak, sorry guys, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and since I wasn't able to come through with the other video, I'm trying to commit to at least 1 video a week, and this needed to happen. So it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm a little tired, but we're making this happen. So if I'm like not speaking properly, just know I've been working all day. Your girl is tired, and yeah, but I'm here. Okay, so I just put extra bake under my eyes. Back to what I was saying, I personally like to do my face makeup first. I just feel like when I do my eye makeup first and then my face makeup, it just feels like my makeup takes like 30 years. Versus if I do my face and then do my eyes, I feel like I'm usually really quick. So I just took whatever of the baking powder that was left over on the sponge, and I just kind of set the lids to make sure there's no creasing going on. And then I'm going to take this Sigma, I don't even know, like I said, my brushes are hella old, the fluffy blending brush that looks like that, and I'm gonna go into, what was this, orange, burnt orange, and you're kind of just gonna start off in the inner corner and then just blend it all over your crease. So another reason why I absolutely love this palette slash little thing that I put together, what do they call 4 eyeshadows? A quad, right? Yeah, a quad. So the reason that I absolutely love this quad is because you could do so much with it. Like if you want to do a cut crease, you could do a cut crease with all these colors. If you want to do like a really casual matte eye, you could do a matte eye and just skip out on the pink champagne. If you want to do like something like I'm gonna be doing, then you can do that. Like there's just so much that you could do. You could do a smoky eye with this palette. It's literally all 4 of my favorite colors ever in one little mini size thing. So the best. So, and then if you guys watched my last video, you know that I always like to do that cat eye eyeshadow look, so, and I contour right here. So what I'm doing is I'm not taking the eyeshadow all the way back, but just lightly into that little area that we usually do. I'll do the contour in, and then it just helps everything just melts together, which is what we like, because I don't like, the older I get, the more I like just doing whatever I want and not really following trends. Like, I like my makeup to look really, really, really blended. I don't like that harshness. I don't like crazy, like, I mean, to each their own, but I don't like crazy makeup looks. As you guys could probably tell over the years, my makeup looks have gotten more and more subtle. And yeah, that's just like my thing now. I like doing what I feel like looks good on me. I don't like just following trends and then it looking horrible on me and me not even being confident wearing it. Okay, and so now I am taking 217 in that Realgar color, and you're basically just taking it like into the lower crease. You don't have to be super precise with this step either. And I think that's the reason why I love doing the look that I'm doing right now, is because it still makes you look like you're really well put together and you know what you're doing and like you really tried with their eyeshadow, but you also don't have to be like super duper precise. And then at the end, I'm not taking a lot of the color, but I'm just kind of flicking it out. Same thing over here, just blending it out. And then we go back into that first fluffy brush that we were using and just kind of like quickly go over everything in case there's like any harsh lines. I always get like this weird skipping sometimes in the inner corners, and I think it's just because my inner corners are just like so deep, so sometimes like the brush skips. So I really need to do this step, otherwise I'll always have like that weird skipping in the inner corner. So I literally just go all over and just blend it all together. And then if you guys want to later on go and make it more precise, you totally can. But like I said, I like more of a blended look. It's just my jam. Okay, now I am taking the ColourPop E19 brush. And this is my absolute favorite brush for doing the outer corner, because it does all the work for you. All you have to do is like pat. I'm taking that color Sienna now, picking it up on the brush. And then you basically just tap just like this. So I kind of start like right at the outer corner, go inward, and that's it. And then kind of start to bring it a little bit up so you can deepen up the crease a little bit. And then you can flick it back a tiny little bit so some of that darkness gets to go out with like the V that we did. Pick up a little bit more, layer, do another little light layer. So really just pressing it in at the outer V. And when you're going like into the crease area, not going super heavy handed, but just like taking whatever's left over and like going upwards. And then just making sure that everything is just smooth. So that side's almost done. I'm gonna move on to this side now, do the same exact thing. So you take your brush, start focusing it on the outer corner, and then going inwards. And this, again, doesn't have to be perfect. You do have to kind of work on the placement of this shadow a little bit more, because you don't want to just have your eye look all muddy. So just like that. I'm really making sure that to the lash line, it's nice and dark. and then refocus right there. Go a little bit into the crease. Same as we did on the other side. And then you kind of flick back a little tiny bit. With this part, you want to be really gentle because you don't want like a straight up like dark line going backwards. You want it to kind of fade. And the way you do that is like hold your brush really far away and just lightly, very lightly, like pull it back. And then it's like blending it for you versus you having to go back and blend it out because you went a little too heavy-handed and now you look like a psycho. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one more time and really just make sure that the outer, very, very outer corner is nice and dark. So just like that. Same thing on the other side. Make sure the very outer corner is nice and dark. Just like that. You guys, I feel like my voice sometimes almost sounds like raspy and I'm like, oh, but it's because I'm tired. So that's what happens when you're tired. Okay, now I am taking the MAC 227 brush. So this looks very similar to like a blending brush, but it's a lot like less fluffy and it's a little bit more like thinner, I would say. But they kind of do the same thing, but this one's a little bit more precise, and that's the reason why I love this, because this one I use mainly for just like really blending and like getting color all over, versus this one is a little bit more precise. So when I'm gonna go back up and touch up with this orange shade, it's gonna be more so in the areas that I want it to be versus just going all over. So who the hell is texting me right now? Girl, please. Okay, so just blend this over the like outer corner where we went over the dark shade out into the outer V, and you guys see how I'm holding it very, very far and doing it very lightly, and then into the inner corner. And then this, what basically it does is make sure that the darker shade didn't overpower the entire look. As you could tell from the two different eyes, this one has a little bit more orange to it versus this one looks a little bit like darker and muddier. So same thing, just lightly going over that crease area. And also with the crease, sometimes I like to leave my crease a little bit lower. Sometimes I'll bring it up higher. It just depends on the type of look that I'm going for. When I leave it a little, like if I don't bring the shadow as far up to my eyebrow, it makes my crease look a little bit more defined, but sometimes I will just take it all the way up, and either way is fine. It's just two different things. It just depends on what you're going for. So just like that. I'm going to take a little bit more of this and just really work it in the inner corner on this side. So that's done. Now I'm going to take, there's a lot of blending that happens, but I swear this is not a hard look to do. So now we're going to take that fluffy brush that we used in the beginning, really blend out any harsh lines that might be like over here, and see how that just kind of cleaned it up. And then along the eyebrow, and then a little bit right here. You don't want to really blend everything in together, but you kind of want to blend it out. Okay, now let's take, I want the outer corner to be just a little tiny bit more defined. So I'm going to take the M506 from Morphe. go back into that shade Sienna, and same thing, just really focus this on the outer corner. On both sides, and then you can lightly kind of take it up into the crease. So just like that. And then to blend that out, I'm gonna use this brush. This is the M532. It's very similar to this brush, but this one, it's just clean. It doesn't have any eyeshadow on it. It doesn't have anything on it. So when I'm going in and blending, it's not putting that original crease shade that we put on all over the lid. It's very, very, very important to make sure that you have a fluffy brush that you're literally only using to blend. You're not putting any shadow on it. You're not putting nude shadow on it. You're not putting, like, legit, there's nothing on this. This is just like a clean brush that I strictly use to go over and clean up all areas, or blend out all areas. Okay, and then lastly, I do want to add a little bit more of this just right here. So this is that orange shade one more time, just really focusing it in the crease. This time not taking it over this area so much. And then we are going to take that fluffy brush and blend one more time. You really go into that little V area that we do on the sides, and that's it. So now moving on to the lid. So the reason why I love this palette is because if I wanted to do a cut crease, I could do a cut crease. I have the concealer right here. You could easily just cut the crease. I sometimes like cut creases. Sometimes I don't really care for cut creases because I just feel like there's too many like lines and stuff going on. So when I'm going for more of like a natural-esque look, I will just use a brush and use the shadow straight away, and then I'll show you guys what I do. But I do love cut creases. I feel like they're really nice for like if you're going out. Oh snap, why is it not focusing sometimes? So I feel like cut creases look really nice if you're going out or like for special events and stuff like that, but just for like every day, I just like more of a subtle look. And don't get me wrong, I still love sparkle, I still love makeup, I still love being extra, but just cut creases are not really my everyday thing. So I'm just going to take that shade Pink Champagne, tap it off, and then literally just tap it on. And this shade is absolutely freaking beautiful. Like, when I tell you guys this shade looks good on everyone with everything, I mean it. And with a cut crease, let me tell you, this shade looks so good. It literally looks amazing. So you do the same thing on the other side. And you don't really have to be, the way that I'm doing it today, you don't really have to be precise with this, because I'm about to show you guys what I'm gonna do. So, and I go about like, I would say 3/4 of the way. Like kind of going over that like outer corner we did, but not really, because you don't want it to be like cut all the way or like shimmer all the way, just till about right here. So it looks like that. And my foot fell asleep, so let me wiggle it. Okay, so it looks like that so far. You can totally leave it like this, but if you want to take it a step further to make it just look like it's like really seamless but also very pigmented. By the way, ignore my nails, guys. This whole quarantine situation, like, I was doing my nails myself, and now I'm just like to the point where I'm like, I'm sick of it. So right now I'm just waiting until it's closer to my birthday so I can go get my nails done. Okay, so you pick it up on your pinky or your ring finger, and you kind of just just tap it over that area that we already did. And it kind of takes it up a notch, but without looking super like precise. It almost looks like you just had like fairy dust fall all over your eyelids versus like looking like you took time to put fairy dust all over your eyelids, you know? And then another thing you can do is, I brought this with me just so I could show you guys. I'm not going to do it today just because I'm washing my face after this and taking my ass to bed. But I did bring this just to show you guys. You could also put like a liquid shadow over the pink champagne, and for parties or like birthdays or like dinners, like a fancy dinner, this looks amazing. So this is Kitten Karma from what brand is that? Stila. That's Kitten Karma from Stila, and this shade over the pink champagne, incredible. I might do it like for my birthday so you guys can see then, because I'm sure I'll be vlogging, but it just looks so good. Let me take this one more time. So I'm retaking the 221 from MAC and just making sure that everything's blended just like that. So that is done there. And now you might have shimmer everywhere, but that's okay. And then just take a fluffy brush one more time. Make sure like your crease is really nicely blended. Okay, now moving on to, oh, I still need this. You can either do a liquid liner, you can do a gel liner, you can do whatever you want. I personally don't really care for liner anymore. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I really want to wear a liner. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, whatever, like I could do without the liner. So all I'm gonna do is take this Laura Mercier's Black Ebony. It's a cake liner, and I'm not necessarily gonna line my I'm not gonna necessarily do liner. I'm just gonna kind of take this on this brush from ColourPop. It's the E6, and we're just gonna drag it along the, not even drag it, you're just gonna kind of tap it along the lash line. And what this does is when you put on your lashes, because I like to use black lash glue, it's not gonna make, like if there is a place where the black lash glue kind of sticks out, it's not gonna make it look weird. It's just gonna look like your lash line looks really nice and dark. So that's done. If you like to tight line, you can also, okay, I don't know where it cut off, but we are just doing the Rimmel Nude Khôl on the waterline. Pretty self-explanatory. Just take it, and then I like to this is probably like one of my favorite eyeliners ever. So I like to put a lot of it on. Just like that. So that's done. My boyfriend is literally, if he's busy, like it does not matter. Like, okay, like you need to be understanding, like I'm busy, but the moment I'm busy doing something, oh, do you miss me or not? Like, excuse me? Anyways, men, I tell you, they're all trash besides mine. Okay, now I am going to take this brush, which basically is just like a flat top liner brush. I'm going to take this brush and really go into this little corner. And the reason why I use this brush to do this is because it gets really, really close to the lash line. And this also, in a way, makes your eyes look more like cat eye-esque. So I'm not going to take this all the way in, because that ends up giving more of a smoky effect and it makes your eyes almost look smaller, I feel like sometimes. I like my eyes to look like more awake, but also at the same time like defined. So I'm just taking it like right up until like the pupils. And now I am taking this Chanel eyeshadow brush and taking both of these shades, the orange and the burnt orange, and just blending that out underneath the eye. And this, I like to blend the ish out of my lower lash line. So just like blend it out, that's all. Like, also if you have like hazel brown eyes, if you use more of like orangey, really warm shades, I feel like it almost brings out the green in our eyes. So that's one of the reasons why I love these shadows, because I feel like they just complement my eye color really, really well. Okay, now we're done blending that out. I am going to take the fluffy brush one more time and really blend everything out. And I'm probably looks like I'm being super aggressive with this, and it's because I am. You shouldn't be though. You shouldn't be so aggressive with your lower lash line, but like it just works for me, you know? So that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, now I am going to just clean off the lower little area. Make sure everything is nice and blended. And for lashes, I am using my absolute favorite lashes, which is the Intoxicating by Flutter lashes. I'm just gonna do the lashes and yeah, I'm just gonna do the lashes off camera just so it saves a little bit of time. And then if you guys really want to see a video on how to put on false eyelashes, I could totally get that up. I also want to get a video up about my eyebrows because I know I'm gonna get tons and tons of questions on it. And then right now I'm just going into the inner corner of my eye with the Mericer highlighter. So the inner corner of my eyes, I always like to use whatever I used as my highlighter for the day. Just because I feel like it makes it look a little bit better, because when everything like kind of matches. Unless you're doing like a bright color in the inner corner. So that's done. I'm gonna put my lashes on and put my lips on, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. But this is basically like the full eye look, and you guys will see how good it looks with the lashes and mascara and the lip and stuff. I'll be right back. Okay guys, that is the finished eyeshadow look. For the lashes, I don't know if I told you guys, but they are called the Flutter Lashes Intoxicating. My go-to lashes. Anybody that has followed me for a little while, they know that these are literally the only lashes I wear, and it's just because they just complement my eye shape and my eyes so well. For the lips, I did do NYX brown lip liner with Charlotte Tilbury Nude Kate lipstick and Buxon Dominque lip gloss. It's my go-to like nude little extra combination that I absolutely love wearing. And yeah, guys, so the reason why I wanted to share this look with you guys is because obviously I feel like it's very wearable. It looks good on pretty much anyone. The colors are just beautiful. You could wear it with gold jewelry, you could wear it with silver jewelry. You can literally wear this with absolutely anything and it looks good. And another thing that I absolutely love about this look is you can easily step it up and take it to the next level. You could turn this into a cut crease, throw on some liquid liner, and it looks that much more glamorous. Anybody that doesn't have these eyeshadows, like, drop what you're doing and go get these eyeshadows, like, literally. Anyways, that is the finished look. Excuse my hair looking like a hot mess. I'm literally about to go get in the shower right now because it is 11 p.m. and here I am trying to get up a YouTube video this week for you guys because I accidentally deleted the one that I had planned for this week. I will definitely work on like different ways to film videos. I know this isn't ideal. I'm trying to like figure out how I can make it more professional, but just bear with me, guys. I'm just proud of myself for continuing this little journey, and we will see how I do next time. And I really hope you guys try this look out, and if you do, please let me know because I am obsessed with this look. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next